What's up guys, Coach Thomas here. Today we're going to be going over vertical pulling. Let's get into it. So typically when we talk about vertical pulling, what we're going to be talking about primarily is going to be doing a pull-up or a chin-up up on a pull-up bar, okay? You can also do lat pull-downs as a progression leading up to this. Unfortunately, we don't have any cable machines here, so we just kind of do a different progression to work people into pull-ups if they can't do them. And then once they're able to do them, we can go ahead and carry those over and load those up as heavy as we're able to and keep building that strength through that vertical pulling pattern, okay? So primarily what we're gonna be talking about today is going to be pull-ups and chin-ups. So when we're talking about pull-ups versus chin-ups, a lot of people don't really know the difference, right? And usually what it comes down to is just our grip, our positioning of our hands on the bar, how wide they are, that type of stuff, right? So when I think of a pull-up, I usually think overhand grip, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just set my hands behind the bar here, okay? Going overhand, okay? If I think of chin up, I'm usually thinking underhand grip, okay, or opposite of our regular pull-up grip, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and set my hands on the opposite side of the bar of my body, okay? So those are the two primary differences. Now where this might get a little bit convoluted is if we're using like a neutral grip, which is basically our palms are facing each other, and we have some straight handles that go forward and backwards, and we can just go ahead and grip those, okay? I also call that a chin up. I just call it a neutral grip chin up, okay? And there are other grip planes depending on what type of pull-up bar you have, right? You can do semi-pronated, semi-supinated, all sorts of different angles, right? So don't worry too much about that. Just know the difference between pull-up and chin up. When we first get started learning how to do a pull-up or a chin-up, we can't even talk about it really until we know we can hang on to the bar for long enough, right? So our first exercise we introduce is usually an active bar hang, okay? Now what I mean by active, basically it's positioning of your shoulders, right? So if I'm just like passively hanging on a bar, it's just like draped down, stretching, okay? Instead, I want to be as active through my shoulders as I possibly can. So instead of dead hanging, I pull my shoulder blades down and back, and now I have very, very active shoulders, okay? So I can kind of show you this on a bar. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up, get into just a regular pronated grip for our pull-up, right? Go ahead and drop out and just get a dead hang here, okay? So you can kind of see my shoulders are dropped out, they're down by my ears, okay? And I'm just dead hanging. When I wanna go active, all I'm gonna do is squeeze everything in my body nice and tight and then pull my shoulder blades down and back, okay? And there, now my shoulders are set in a good position. I feel some tension in the back of my shoulders, a little bit under them, okay? And then basically what that's going to do is help me strengthen up that position. The other thing I'm doing is I'm actively squeezing the bar as tight as I can, okay? So I'm not just setting my thumb over the top and just kind of loosely hanging on it. I'm actively gripping the bar, okay? So I'm working on grip strength, working on shoulder stability, working on everything all together, so eventually I can build up into a pull-up. Now, a big difference between the pull-up and the chin-up grip is basically when you get into a chin-up grip, you're already set into an active shoulder position, right? So once you rotate your hands in this way, when you go to hang from the bar, you can't really passively hang all that great, right? You're already set up into that position. So I'll go ahead and show you an active bar hang in a supinated position now. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up, supinated grip or chin-up position. Okay, this is my dead hang, and then active shoulders is gonna be a very small movement because I'm already pretty active as it is. And I'm just pulling up very, very tiny bit, okay? Pulling my shoulder blades down and back, setting into a nice active position, okay? And again, that's gonna help us get into a good chin-up position. So we go underhand grip and we can do chin-ups eventually. So once we developed enough grip strength and shoulder stability with our active bar hang, now we can go ahead and start working on getting up to the bar, okay? So once you've done an active bar hang, you can hold for like 30 to 60 seconds with a really strong grip and you don't really get that tired. Now we can start progressing it up into our next position, which is going to be chin over the bar holds, okay? So I usually like to not jump up or do a pull-up to get there because this again is a progression, right? We may not have a pull-up already, so I might need to stand on something. So two different options when it comes to the rack, right? And you have a pull-up bar in your rack. You can step on the safety supports out here, or you can use a bench, okay? So today I'm gonna go ahead and set my bench. I'm gonna go ahead and set it just off to the side. And then from there, I can go ahead and climb up onto the bench. All right. So the first one I'm going to show you is actually going to be that chin up grip, or the underhand supinated grip. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grip the bar, underhand grip nice and tight. And then from there, I can use my bench to kind of jump up to the top. And then I can just hold up here with my chin over the bar. Okay. Again, just working on isometric strength, squeezing those shoulder blades together as best as we possibly can, okay? And really getting a good contraction holding up there at the top, okay? This is gonna help you get more comfortable with that top chin up position, okay? And then once you're strong there, then we can take it to the next level. You can also do this with a pull-up grip, right? So same exact thing, I'm just gonna go overhand. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up to the top. This might be a little bit more challenging. And then I squeeze my shoulder blades down and back. So that's the chin over bar hold. So now that we've developed both active bar hangs, both at the bottom and chin over the bar, now we can start to blend those together and start to develop some strength in our pull-up and chin-up pattern, right? And the way that we do that is actually just gonna be a lower, right? So you still might not be able to do a chin-up or a pull-up yet, okay? But what we can do is jump up to the top of the bar and then slowly lower down as best as we possibly can, okay? So again, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my bench for this, okay? I'm actually gonna set it in the middle just so I don't have to start swinging from side to side after I jump up, okay? And I'm gonna move it out in front of me just a little bit, okay? From there, I can go ahead and step on my bench, set my grip, okay? And all I'm gonna do is, again, jump up to the top just like I did on that chin over bar hang, okay? And then I slowly lower down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, until I get to a dead hang. I hang there for about a second, and then I drop down, okay? Shake it out, take about like 5 seconds before you get up into your next rep. Go ahead and step up, do the same exact thing, jump up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? And then we can come on down. Biggest point on this is to make sure you're getting full range of motion. So jump all the way up to the top, use your legs to get up there, okay? That way you don't burn your arms out. And then from there, you wanna slowly lower down until you reach that full dead hang, okay? If you don't reach the full dead hang, you're not getting maximal stretch. And what you'll find is when you go to try to do chin-ups or pull-ups, you're not gonna be able to start from a dead hang, okay? So we need to develop that full range of motion all the way down so we have the strength to do a full range of motion pull-up or chin-up later. And that is a pull-up lower or a pull-up eccentric. So now let's say you've been doing pull-up lowers and chin-up lowers for quite a while now, and you've tried out doing a few chin-ups or pull-ups here and there, but you still cannot get it, right? So what we can do is take another intermediate step in between the lower and actually doing a pull-up or a chin-up, and we can implement pauses in between, right? And usually I'll do this in some of the most challenging positions. So I'll add in like a 3-position pause as we lower down, right? So you can think about pausing at the top for a few seconds, pause in the middle or at this 90-degree position in our elbow for about like 5 seconds. And then when you come down to the bottom, you're just gonna hang with active shoulders, slight bend in the elbows, and then you can just stay active there. Hold again for about 5 seconds, right? So 3-position pause, chin up lower. Basically what I'm gonna do, go ahead and jump up just like I did on my lowers, do the exact same thing, except I'm gonna hold 3 different positions. So here we'll go to the top, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to the middle, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to the bottom, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we can go into our dead hang and drop down, okay? So that's just another step that we can take if we're not quite able to do a chin up or a pull up yet. And that's just a chin up with a 3-position pause. And finally, now we can get into our full chin up or pull up, right? I like to start with chin ups first because it's a little bit easier for most people. It gets a little bit more activation of your biceps to help you out as you pull, whereas an overhand grip on the pull up, it's probably just gonna be all upper back for the most part, okay? So I like to start with chin up, and then as you get stronger there, then we can progress over into our pull up variation, right? So again, a very, very important point here is to make sure we're doing full range of motion, okay? No one cares how many half reps you do, so make sure you're going all the way down and all the way back up, okay? If you cannot do them under control with full range of motion, don't count those reps, okay? Those aren't gonna make you any better, okay? You're just getting really good at doing half reps, right? So doing full reps, I'm gonna go ahead and start off in a dead hang position with my chin up grip. Okay, so underhand grip. Go ahead and set my grip, get into a dead hang, okay? From there, I can go into my active bar hang and then just keep pulling from there, get my chin up over the top, come down under control, dead hang at the bottom. Go right into my next rep, pull all the way up, come down under control to a dead hang, and then when I'm done with my reps, I can come down, okay? So again, make sure you're developing that full range of motion control, okay? That's the chin up. You'll probably feel it a little bit more in your biceps. This is really good if you're constrained for time. Maybe you can't fit in some direct bicep work, okay? We can just do a chin up variation, get both our back and our biceps kind of at the same time, okay? Now, when we go over into a pull-up, again, nothing changes, okay? All we're gonna do is start from a dead hang, give a big pull, come into an active hang first, then go into our pull, get our chin all the way over the bar, slowly lowering our control, okay? So again, pull up, we're gonna go overhand grip this time. Set our grip, go into a dead hang, come up into an active hang, continue pulling, come down under control, dead hang at the bottom, and then when you finish your reps, you can come on down, okay? So those are our chin-ups and our pull-ups. That's pretty much everything for vertical pulling. If you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments. Hope you guys learned something today, and we'll see you in the next one.